Baik, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. Sebagai permulaan, adakah suara saya didengar dengan jelas?
Okey. Assalamualaikum.
Alhamdulillah. Terima kasih atas kehadiran semua ahli dalam sesi perbincangan Bilik Maya 5. Saya Zaini Hayati, boleh panggil Zai, dari UiTM Shah Alam, Fakulti Sains Penggunaan. Jadi saya akan sebagai versi dalam perbincangan kumpulan ini. Dari pendaftaran, kita menunggu lebih kurang 7 orang lagi sebab yang mendaftar total ada dalam 21 participants. So, boleh kita mulakan atau kita tunggu lagi? Sementara menunggu, saya cadangkan kita memperkenalkan diri. Jadi setelah saya mulakan tadi, saya Zai dari UiTM Shah Alam, Fakulti Sains Penggunaan. Saya jemput ahli-ahli sekalian untuk onkan mikrofon dan kamera untuk perkenalan. Silakan. Saya jemput Profesor Datuk Nur Aini Haji Mohtar. Tadi saya nampak Prof Datuk jemput sepatah dua kata.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Pertamanya saya ucapkan banyak terima kasih kepada penganjur kerana jemput yang saya dan juga masukkan dalam grup ni. Saya Nur Aini Haji Mohtar dan saya daripada UMT, formerly Vice Chancellor, dan tarikh saya punya term for 3 terms lah di UMT sehingga 12 April. So now saya di Institute of Oceanography and Environment UMT. Jadi I'm glad that all the women gather together from the universities and then ministry, I suppose. Because at this point of time, the topic is very relevant, and coming together is one thing to make us stronger. Being the woman, remember when we heard from Prof. Asma and also from Dr. Sharin that mana-mana pun everyone is a leader, yeah, especially the women. So whatever crisis that we have, being an academic, leadership, we must have people the younger ones to be able to follow the path lah. So I think this session is very good. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
Terima kasih Prof, kami berbesar hati kerana ada model yang sangat berwibawa dalam kumpulan kami. Seterusnya saya jemput Profesor Dr. Rahimah Abdul Kadir.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very good morning to everyone. Terima kasih Puan Pengurusi saya ingin merakamkan terima kasih banyak-banyak kerana menerima my request for registration. And walaupun dah pencet banyak kali ya, tapi I find it teruja sangat untuk mengikuti sesi ini. I've been with the academia for 45 years, and sebenarnya saya dah third retirement just March of this year. Jadi so I'm now back with University Malaya sebagai taking the honorary position of adjunct professor. I'm basically a dental specialist, but I'm very much involved with research of the addiction, terutamanya nicotine addiction. So I nurture the group for this group since 2009. Tapi itulah isu-isu yang dibentangkan tadi pada waktu perbincangan tu amat menarik dan amat relevan sekali ya. Jadi mungkin lebih banyak boleh dibelajar lah, walaupun pencen-pencen ni mungkin kita boleh jugalah memberikan sedikit nasihat based on the pengalaman ya yang lampau, insyaAllah. Okay, thank you very much ya Puan Mengurusi.
Terima kasih Prof. Kita jemput Profesor Mada Siti Hadijah Za'bah sekiranya ada dalam ni. Beliau belum hadir saya rasa. Profesor Madya Winnie Hong Poh Ming. No, she's not in. Dr. Afrizah Ayub, Dekan Fakulti Teknologi Kejuruteraan Awam Universiti Malaysia Perlis. Dr. Afrizah. Puan Mazni binti Bidin. Sepatah dua kata dari Puan. Salam kenal.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera semua. Saya Mazni Bidin daripada Kementerian Perpaduan Negara. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
I'm glad to be here. Thanks.
Okay, terima kasih Puan. Cik Maizatul Hairina dari Universiti Teknologi Petronas. Jadi. Puan Nurbaya Muhammad Hashim. Saya nak cek attendance pula Puan Nisa Akila Baki. Oh, she's not in. Puan Siti Masliah. Okay. Puan Wan Nur Aina Wahidah. Dr. Bahyah Abdul Malik dari Al-Bukhari International University. Okay. Dr. Lin Choi Ling dari International Medical University, Head of Division. Okay. Dr. Nur Ina binti Kanyo dari UMS. I can see your name as participating now, Dr. Nur Ina. Atau mungkin dia ada masalah dengan mikrofon.
Okey, jelas ke suara?
Agak jauh sikit, Doktor.
Agak jauh ya. Okey, Assalamualaikum semua. Saya Dr. Naina daripada UMS. Saya tertarik dengan perkongsian perbincangan daripada di awal pagi tadi. Jadi terima kasihlah dalam perjumpaan dalam perbincangan ini.
Dalam Dewan sekiranya anda berminat untuk menyertai sesi perbincangan kumpulan, walaupun anda tidak mendaftar pada awalnya, sila rujuk link dalam.
Terima kasih Doktor. Saya jemput Puan Nur Nisa Azlin. Okey, tidak hadir. Cik Nurmas Liana dari USM. Puan Nurul Ayuni. Puan Nurul Ayuni daripada JPN, Wilayah Persekutuan Labuan. Apa khabar orang Labuan? Belum join saya rasa. Dr. Siti Sofo Ismail. Okay. Encik Muhammad Tarmizi Cik Osman. Pegawai Perhubungan Awam PHP Maintenance Senjam Berhad. Dr. Fatima Johara. Okay, they are not here. So altogether we have 11 participants. So kita akan membincangkan 5 bidang tumpuan, iaitu kepimpinan, kesihatan mental dan fizikal, iaitu pengurusan keluarga, libatsama komuniti dan industri, mobiliti dan kerjasama, literasi dalam penggunaan teknologi digital, dan sekiranya ada isu-isu lain boleh dibangkitkan. Jadi kita fokus kepada yang pertama, iaitu bidang tumpuan yang pertama, iaitu aspek kepimpinan yang telah dibahaskan oleh Datuk penceramah dan juga ahli panel yang tadi. Kita lihat penurunan trend kepimpinan wanita, terutama dalam pengajian tinggi, dalam institusi pengajian tinggi ada penurunan trend. So sebab-sebabnya mungkin struktur organisasi ataupun peribadinya sendiri, dia ada keyakinan diri untuk menjadi pemimpin. Dan yang ketiga, dia punya polisi, tiada polisi yang jelas dalam pengajian tinggi yang meletakkan berapa persen wanita sebagai pemimpin institusi, walaupun kebanyakannya warga institusi pendidikan tinggi adalah wanita, dari belajarnya, dari pensyarahnya dan sebagainya. Tapi pemimpinnya, kenapa percentage of the leaders very low, like 30%. So saya buka kepada cadangan ahli-ahli yang hadir. So bagaimana untuk mengatasi masalah gap yang berlaku sekarang? Ada idea, ada pendapat, sila lontarkan, saya jemput. Yes, Prof. Yes.
Yes. I mean, number one, I think our leaders are women. Women ni basically terlalu emotional. I'm so sorry to have that, but see, I have 7 children, and I live in the United States for 7 years before. So I think apa yang kita tak realize is actually women in Malaysia are very, very lucky because you are not fully discriminated. So you have your chances. Yang penting tu you berani ke depan. You mesti berani ke depan. Kalau tajuk pimpinan merujuk kepada you untuk mengambil apa pun peringkat kepimpinan, walaupun sekecil mana pun, you must go forward without any doubts. Yang lain tu urusan keluarga, urusan lain dan sebagainya, itu you have to check yourself. Tapi mesti berani ke depan. I find a lot. I've been deans of 3 schools. I've been I've been a private. I've been the University of Malaya. And I've been in the private and run the show myself. Tapi what I find is kita ramai dentist ni 70% are women, whether they are students or whether they are lecturers, they're all women. But bila suruh jadi ketua jabatan, susah benar nak suruh jadi ketua jabatan. You know, there's so many things, alasan. So I think should not live dengan alasan. Dia mesti berani menempuh ke depan.
Kadang sebab aspek macam husband I tak bagi. So ambil je dulu husband kemudian. Kita bincang lah, bawa bincang
Bincang.
Alhamdulillah.
Ya,
Boleh
Datuk, sila.
Ya, dengan Prof Rahma tadi kan, Rahimah. I think it's very true. It's about choices. It's about choices. Satu, given the opportunity, sama ada you design macam what is your motivation, your sense of purpose, apa you nak buat once in the university, at what level. Bila sampai satu tahap, I think you can do this, you can do this, you can go this, and you can go further. You know, but once given the opportunity, you take it and embrace it. Itu yang kata nak tanya tu, tanya kemudian lah. Tanya kemudian. So if we were given the opportunity, if we were given the opportunity, I think we would have to be brave. Kena berani, tak Prof? Because you have to be brave and then have to be ready with your preparedness.
You must remember, opportunity doesn't come twice, you know.
Exactly. So
Jadi
once
bila
you
ada
have it,
go for it.
you prove that women, it could be better than the men. Yeah. So
InsyaAllah.
because it's orang kata Tuhan, God given us with this different, kita punya physiological, mungkin very more compassionate, as compassionate leader, I think you can balance that the needs orang kata the human side as the process side. Bila dalam universiti ni kita ada macam-macam lah nak to deal with different, especially your subordinates are the men. Sometimes dia ego tu kan, I mean it's unacceptable. So when at home, when you have that balance or approval, I think I'm in a way very lucky. Kita negotiate lah how, I mean opportunity given to us, then we try to make the best of the home punya matters. So, but the most important is that once you are up there, you must have all the traits, or you must learn, you upskill yourself lah, in terms of how to do the job. So I think academic leadership, it has to be orang kata by design, but at the same time Allah has already written that that's where is the journey for you in your career, and then the women have to be ready to embrace and be the best. Itu je, and excellent. Itu je.
Yeah, you must have sort of an understanding what is fate and destiny. Yeah. So if your husband is to be a leader,
baik,
good.
betul. Kita dapat tangkap tadi, we have to be brave, but there is still the gap there. Ramai yang tak jadi profesor, ramai yang tak dapat jadi dekan. Ada gap di situ, itulah realitinya. So bukan kita tak berani, kita berani. Tapi mungkin kita tak ada lagi kekuatan untuk membuat keputusan yang bagus, bertegas dan tidak macam emosional. So bagaimana untuk mengisi atau memperkukuhkan wanita-wanita yang kurang berani ini, yang masih lagi takut-takut. What should we do? Apa yang perlu kita buat, Prof? Memang kita kena berani, tapi maksudnya kita pergi training lah. We train ourselves, be exposed, berani bercampur gaul, berani macam tu lah. Berani tu be specific. Apa yang
If
perlu
I
dibuat?
may allow, I have to introduce, but once as the VC, we introduce as this mentor-mentee for academic leadership from kata be deputy, my succession planning, and then also the deans, ketua jabatan, director or institutes. It has to be orang kata by design. By design means we have to work with the human resource on programs, and for the skill sets that need to have, orang kata these people, dia ada vision, dia ada purpose dia, so with that kita ada training under bakat, and then through ACAP, kita work hand in hand dengan ACAP, and then we look at the profiles, we develop the profiles. So from those young lecturers, especially yang baru, from induction, we assign this program that I really impose on mentor-mentee program. So mentor-mentee program, we allow the senior lecturers, to be hand-holding with junior lecturers in terms of to start with how to publish in this, prestigious journal, and how to network. So maknanya the superior, I mean the senior people, we actually help to connect them to the right people in their discipline. So as for us at the administration, we create platform, like for example, we have collaboration with industries, collaboration with universities elsewhere. So we pull these young people, hand-holding them. So mentor-mentee program is a must. So that is something that I would see that, macam tadi, we have models like Dr. Chai Yang. How can she make it from UM? So I think how can these young people is so talented, and someone else, the younger people say, I want to be like her. So as a role model, and guided by the senior professors, I think you can create the ecosystem. The mentor-mentee where they can share, they can guide, they can connect, create the network of which it becomes the shared vision that women can do it lah. So I think that's the motivation that we need to inculcate. All the while is this so-called cultural barrier. Cultural barrier meaning that you have all the excuses lah. Excuses cannot do lah. Mungkin saya dekat Terengganu lagi. Dekat Terengganu, you know, somebody mentioned to me, you not pension yet? You not pension yet? Yeah, I kata I already pension, but I came back. Yeah, I came back until my services is needed. Kan, I kata I'll be back. So, but now I enjoy both. Yeah, be semi-pension. Yeah, I have some time at home. Yeah, sometimes the things that I want to do for the last time, you know. So, for myself, and Prof, I kata Prof Rahimah, I think you agree with me. Now we can do both because we need to have these young people to see that they have the talents and they have the will to do it if they be in the right circle. So sharing with mentor-mentee program, and you give all the training skills through the university, be it formal or informal. Or you can create the groups with informal where you can have coffee time. Now the COVID tak boleh lah kan. But you can have the chat group. You can have orang kata the circle on certain discipline in their own common platform. So the early career professionals is something that that we can actually organize, but with the ministry concerned about me, Dr. Zai. So I think we can actually assist from academic science, ACAP, yeah, from the ministry. We can create to look at the talents.
Yes. Sebelum saya terlupa, bersama kita ialah Cik Syariza Kamarudin. Cik Syariza sebagai repertua, Cik Syariza akan mencatatlah poin-poin yang telah dikemukakan oleh ahli-ahli dalam bilik Maya 5. Cik Syariza, ya. Baik, kita nak dengar daripada peserta-peserta yang muda, doktor-doktor yang muda, apakah barrier yang anda hadapi dalam kerjaya anda? Pengalaman sendiri mungkin? Sebab kita kebanyakan dia dah ada PhD, nak cakap kompetensi tu is not on academic competency. We have proved that we can achieve an academic excellence. We got our PhD. But what are the personal barrier that you find it's so hard to hold a leadership position in your organization? Any young academician, please share. Dr. Nurina. Nurina Kanyu, jika segan atau ada masalah masalah mikrofon, please type in the chat box pun boleh. Ya, Puan Mas Jamila, Puan Mas Jamila baru masuk tadi. Saya rasa terlepas pandang nama Dr. Mas. Yes, Dr. Mas Jamila, can you please comment? What are the personal barriers that you find now?
Okay, Assalamualaikum. Selamat pagi. Minta maaf saya daripada awal tadi saya menunggu nama saya dipanggil.
Minta maaf Puan. Minta maaf Doktor. Yes.
Tak apa. Cuma saya terasa kecil lah berada di dalam room 5 ni sebab saya pun tak pernahlah memegang jawatan tinggi dalam universiti. Cuma saya rasa
we want to know why do you want adakah doktor merasa doktor ingin pegang jawatan dan mengapa doktor rasa tak nak atau doktor nak tapi ada kekangan. So
sebab tu saya nak flashback balik the way I involved with the administrative level tu. I think due to my age maybe, because in my department saya antara yang paling senior lah in terms of umur. Jadi tendensi untuk melihat umur sebagai satu faktor yang dilihat sebagai dipilih untuk menjadi ketua itu adalah satu faktor lah. Namun balik kepada diri sendiri, saya rasa kadang-kadang kita sebagai individu yang kebetulan saya pun mendapat PhD agak lewat berbanding dengan junior-junior saya yang lain. Jadi saya rasa barrier yang paling besar ialah kita rasa kita tak layak. walaupun kita kita dah di kalangan yang senior di antara junior dalam konteks umur, tapi dari segi kita layak tak layak tu kita rasa macam saya rasa saya tak mampu lagi. Saya rasa mungkin sebab
Kita
saya
yang letak kan,
underestimate.
kita lah personal value
Yes,
kita je sendiri.
yes,
Sebenarnya kita
yes,
layak.
yes,
Dr. Mas sangat layak, tapi kita sendiri yang letak, alah aku rasa tak
yes.
layak macam tu. Yes.
Yes, I think satu faktor umur, yang kedua kita underestimate kebolehan diri kita, dan yang ketiga sebenarnya selagi kita tak cuba, kita tak memperlihatkan kebolehan kita. Sebab once saya pegang jawatan, I think pengalaman memegang pengurusi pasca siswazah untuk Institut Matematik Kejuruteraan itu membuka mata saya bahawa sebenarnya kita mampu lakukan, sebab kita ada cara kita bekerja sendiri. Namun bila kita tak cuba, so kita stop dekat situ. So saya rasa buat masa ni saya nak bagi pandangan itu je dulu. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih Dr. Mas. Okey, kita boleh tutup dulu yang isu kepimpinan yang telah diberi banyak input oleh Prof. Rahimah dan juga Dr. Nuraini. Kena berani, kena ada role model, kena ada training, network. So whatever barrier it is, please pecahkan barrier-barrier tersebut. So we move towards kepada kesihatan mental pada masa COVID sekarang. Kita nak tulis paper, kita nak buat proposal grant, kita nak mengajar, nak marking dan sebagainya. So how women, academician, wanita mengadaptasi dalam situasi semasa sekarang. Mungkin Prof. Rahimah boleh bagi input bagaimana kesihatan mental?
Kesihatan mental. Okay, I think kalau kita do work from the home ni memang lama-lama kalau you just do it as a wife rather than as a professional, memang mental health kita akan terganggu. So I think you have to actually strategize and prioritize your days, number of hours. Macam saya, after 2 months I decided, wow, this is cannot be, man. Jadi kan kita ada sistem discipline ourselves. Kata kalau pagi you put half a day of the day you kerja. You kerja. Yeah, find a room somewhere else in your house, kerja, and do all the connection. You must be seen to be working. You must be showing yourself as a leader kepada semua anak-anak ataupun kepada your colleagues, that you are still on the front line, still active. Itu yang penting under this COVID condition. Kalau kita terlalu ikut petua hati, then we will all shrivel. Lama-lama orang tak dengar, orang tak kenal pun. So I think women needs to move themselves and be seen forward lah.
Maksudnya aktifkan dirilah walaupun di rumah tapi terlibat dalam apa-apa aktiviti dalam organisasi. Betul tak Prof?
Banyak saya banyak terlibat juga dengan NGOs, ya. So and I hold quite a number of international and national NGO positions. So I make it a point to actually buat meeting. Buat meeting, you know, whether kalau malam tu dengan US macam malam esok memang ada, you know, with the alliance in the US. So every now and then I will make sure that my calendar is still full macam dulu lah.
So untuk Prof memang tak ada masalah macam apa nama dia, stres lah, macam sibuk lah, tak ada lah. Macam you can manage.
Tak, sibuk, tapi stress tu is up to you. You have to cope with your stress. I had 7 children. I said when I was doing my PhD, I mean specialty training up to PhD, and there was no helper. I was doing it literally on my own, but I was very determined. So that's another character yang orang perempuan mesti ada lah.
Resilient, resilient.
Yeah. But when you have that, you pandai strategize yourself. Believe me, you akan pandai prioritize your time, pandai strategize yourself, sehingga kan insyaAllah you dapat all that you want. Yeah, so now I'm actually have no small children. My youngest is 30 years old, so except my cucu lah. So lebih banyak waktu lah. Tapi jangan tunggu sampai macam saya umur 70 baru nak nak dapat free time. You just have to deal with it. Yeah.
Terima kasih Prof. Datuk Profesor Nur Aini ada input mengenai kesihatan mental, macam mana nak balance work and life at home.
Yeah, likewise, Prof. Rahimah, I think we can share is that yalah, at 70, coming to 65, 64. Jadi, likewise, when I stay at home during this COVID, that I have my schedules as usual. Yeah. Jadi when we have online meetings, I make sure my timetable tidak ada yang clash. So we have to balance again lah, macam kata tak ada bibi kan. So we have to cook, we have to wash dan sebagainya. But at the same time, I also have night meetings like Prof. Rahimah tadi. I have recently 10 hari berturut-turut because siang di Paris, kita malam di sini. So from 8 o'clock, I dah mula sampai midnight. There is meeting kan, UNESCO meeting. So, but the rest of the time we balance and we manage, and then how I rasa tidak ada rasa stress. Cuma stress ni bila dapat last minute link tu. Bila dapat last minute link kita macam mana is going to be a meeting on
betul,
or off kan. Itu jadi stress. Baik aku buat benda lain kan, katakan. Buat kerja lain. Thank you.
Daripada ahli-ahli dalam bilik 5, boleh kongsi bagaimana anda menghadapi situasi COVID-19 ni bekerja dari rumah sambil-sambil tulis paper dan aktiviti pengajaran dan sebagainya yang anda rasakan memberi tekanan kepada diri anda. Saya jemput, jika sekira malu atau segan nak bersuara, boleh type di ruangan chat. It's okay, jangan rasa malu, just share. Ini adalah satu perkongsian santai yang anda tidak akan di-judge. We need the real situation, what's happening to
Boleh
you.
saya berkongsi?
Siapa ya?
Okey, saya Mas tadi.
Yes.
Okey, bagi saya COVID-19 ni bila masuk fasa ketiga, bagi saya sama je. Sama tu in the sense sebab saya bekerja daripada rumah. I'll make sure I'll start my work as soon as possible bermula pada pukul 9 sebab memang daripada kami mula kahwin dulu, saya memang suami jenis makan di rumah. Jadi pagi ialah di mana saya perlu sediakan breakfast, masak untuk tengah hari, untuk malam, all done pagi-pagi. Selepas selesai, kita akan mulakan dengan kerja-kerja pejabat. So memang bagi saya personally sebagai pensyarah, kerja sebagai pensyarah di rumah tu masih berjalan dan saya pastikan saya clock in dan saya akan clock in sekali, saya akan pastikan kerja saya siap, kadang-kadang bersambung sampai malam. Betul, saya setuju pada Prof. Rahimah tadi, tension ni bergantung pada diri kita lah sebab kita ada expectation yang kita kena siapkan. Cuma bagi saya bila COVID-19 ni, saya gelisah bila melibatkan teknologi. Bila kita perlu mengajar, kita kena online, kita kena deal dengan all those system online. Kadang-kadang kamera tak jalan, kita jadi panik. Kadang-kadang kita nak share, tiba-tiba hilang. Kadang-kadang kita nak guna kita punya device, tiba-tiba dia hang, komputer hang. So all those things dia mengganggu kita punya pengajaran especially. So I think the worst scenario bagi saya bila deal dengan COVID ni, bila nak mengajar online, bila kita ada masalah, yang itu kita tak dapat nak kawal, and worst come to worst, saya terpaksa cancelkan kelas bila saya punya device tu memang tak boleh nak selesaikan. So in terms of other things, in terms of writing, in terms of fulfilling other SKT ataupun expectation tu, saya rasa tak ada masalah. Cuma berbalik bagaimana kita mengatur masa lah bagi saya. Itulah bagi saya lah. I think technological wise yang itu yang the main burden bagi saya sebagai pensyarah. Itu saja. Terima kasih.
Maksudnya kita rumuskan di sini untuk menghadapi COVID-19 kita kena segera menyesuaikan diri dalam penggunaan teknologi telekomunikasi, segala platform yang ada kita cuba belajar dan cuba guna. Dan dengan teknologi juga kita boleh yang being seen, kita boleh buat meeting, kita boleh buat sesi perbincangan dan sebagainya. Okay, so kita dah settle. Ada lain-lain tak? Memang you have that what they call it, mental health problem with during COVID-19. Do you think that this is a very big challenge that you memang tak boleh lah, you dah macam burn out?
Yes, I think kalau untuk profesional ya, macam yang clinical base macam kami ni, I think for the younger lecturers, they are very stressful because dia patutnya supervise the student kat dalam klinik. Dan student patutnya buat klinik, but we have to close the clinic. Jadi itu yang dia punya responsibilities to make sure that the student graduate. Jadi kalau dia tak menyelesaikan, sebab ini antara syarat untuk mendaftar dalam majlis, then they become very stressful. Itu kesian juga saya tengok this younger colleagues ya.
Betul. Dari situ kepimpinan organisasi tu perlulah mengatur jadual-jadual yang tertentu untuk macam certain numbers of trainees saja yang boleh attend to that situation untuk buat macam research dan sebagainya. Kan? Misalnya
Klinik no, lab is I think ada kelebihan, diberikan kelebihan. Tapi when it come to klinik, kita minta banyak kali appeal to yes, to KPT atau to KM, semua kita appeal. Tapi sampai hari ini, I think most of the dental clinic yang training, yang 13 ni, actually have to close down the MCO. Unless I hope yang lebih baik keadaannya daripada Selangor, Negeri Sembilan dan Kuala Lumpur, mudah-mudahan they can start back their clinical work.
Cik Syariza tolong ambil poin tadi daripada Prof untuk diketengahkan kepada KPT. Maksudnya training center yang perlu dibuka, kita mohon untuk buka supaya perjalanan kerjaya diteruskan. Baik. Kita teruskan dengan Libatsama Komuniti dan Industri. Bagaimana wanita dalam sebagai academician ini secara aktif melibatkan diri bukan sahaja dalam universiti, tapi you have to go out and make yourself seen, macam tadi Prof Narimah kata, in the community, masyarakat dan juga industri. So Prof Nuraini boleh bagi input? Adakah penting untuk kita dilihat menyumbang kepada masyarakat dan industri, atau kita perlu duduk dalam universiti saja, Prof?
Oh, no, of course not. Okay, bagus soalan tu. Even kata-kata physically we are not connected, but I think it shouldn't be a barrier for us to actually keep working in the new normal with the technology that we have. Even though I appreciate lah tentang Mas tadi, tentang sometimes teknologi kita, what happened to kamera kan, sometimes teknologi Murphy's Law kadang-kadang tak jadi, but we can cope, the women, because of our preparedness. If we can manage our time fully, we can be prepared at best that we can have this collaboration with other people, including the industry. So meaning that dalam kita punya colleague, dalam the academy punya circle, we should also be networking with other stakeholders dengan komuniti dan sebagainya. Even though kata physically we cannot go down, but we can plan. We can have the time, the luxury of time to plan, but even though secara virtual. Itulah, I rasa there's no barrier with this. In the new normal, we can still do many things.
Okay, Prof, kongsi pengalaman peribadi dalam pelibatan dalam masyarakat dan industri secara aktif.
Yeah, okay.
Your personal experience in
saya macam I was sought after to get this due diligence and studies to be done for company under Bosted. They ask, do you have the team at the university for the biofuel if we can derive from algae? So okay, so I gather all the people and we have this discussion with the industry, and then we make proposals to them. So we get connected, we get consultancy job, and then for research wise as well, like I mentioned, through the global level, we have from the UNESCO, we are actually connected with all the people all over the world, because right now is under the UN Decade of Ocean Science, 2030 is the target. So we are actually connecting to all the people in maritime nations. So dalam 10 hari itu very condensed. Now very interesting juga because of the gender under part of the SDG, we have ultimately on the importance of to enhance, to communicate more from the orang kata the future generation, especially the young career professionals. So meaning that likewise in higher education, we need to have this networking platform, which is very, very good that we have under the higher education. But for us, under the marine science professionals, yeah, we have that network. And then we create the women program. The side to it is the gender punya part tu, the women program. And then with the industry, we gather under the 30% club, and then under lead women, we had a group talking about environment, sustainability, and governance. So this one at the angle, we keep communicating, we keep networking dengan all the stakeholders. Dengan community pula, we have projects on the ground. So we talk to citizen scientists that we have the community, and we are aware of what happens in the environment, and we write proposal with the ideas from the community itself. So ini dalam projek-projek yang we have in the translational research, meaning that we have programs for the conservation of the biodiversity, yeah, the livelihood, food security for the fishermen. Kita berjalan je because but through online, yeah. Masa last year that we still have the window that we gather to be with the community, but this time some of them will be able to use their phone and communicate. Yeah, insyaAllah. I rasa busy, but I rasa fulfilling because we have a purpose. We have purpose because we can share, especially during this COVID time, a lot of things like many people can't afford, they don't have jobs. So what do we do with the resources, the natural resources? They become more creative. Then we can advise them more on the online, program so that they can actually sell their punya product.
I also believe that kalau industri I do a lot of community because that's my specialty actually work, and I think macam ni bagus. This is a very good opportunity time where you reach the layman. The layman maknanya kalau you nak buka webinar, industry support. Yeah, cari lecturers. Kalau about pregnancy, oral health, pregnancy this, all this atau yang saya nak buka hari tu belum sempat lagi is having this talk with all the carers of Tadika, because kan Tadika ni banyak macam isu kan, and most of them are then if you can have this industry people supporting this kind of webinar to encourage, and you find the experts lah yang buat targeting, pasal profesional lah dah banyak sangat dah, saya pun dah bosan. But targeting professionals tapi kepada orang biasa, masyarakat.
Society.
Yes, kita nak mengilmukan masyarakat. Yes.
Translate knowledge tu kepada masyarakat.
Society, yes. Betul. Yang tu kurang, saya nampak yang tu kurang. Itu lebih jurang, yes.
So industry please come in.
Puan Syah, tolong tulis kat situ, kita kurang memasyarakatkan, translate ilmu di universiti tu kepada masyarakat, menyebabkan ada jurang ilmu pengetahuan di universiti dan di contohnya macam vaksin lah, kan?
Yes.
Ada bantahan di ground root tentang vaksin sebab mereka tak ada ilmu, just dengar social media. So peranan ahli akademik tu penting untuk mendekatkan diri kepada masyarakat.
Lagipun tu dalam KPI dia tau, kalau dia nak promotion dia betul lah Prof.
Yalah.
Ada promotion dia ada certain percentage. Doesn't mean you tak boleh bergerak keluar, you tak boleh buat apa-apa.
Yeah. Kita ada platform that I think in the nutshell is communication lah. Is what kind of a communication platform that we should create. But most importantly, we need to still be connected with the stakeholders, industries, communities dan sebagainya. But I think good idea lah, Prof. Rahimah, because industry also willing to have this engagement at the grassroots, kan? So create them biar dia orang taja. So maknanya you dah ada tripartite arrangement tu. Ya, dengan universiti, industri dan juga dengan community. Should there be a further deliberation for research opportunity, industry will be willing to look into it, kan?
Yes. Yeah. Tapi itulah, it can work many prong. So, this is the advantage of sitting at home. Yeah, you can think more, I suppose.
Betul. Tengah masak pun dapat idea.
Tak sangat. Even cooking, simple thing I tengok orang TikTok tu, but I'm not encouraging TikTok lah. But I see thing very creative thing. So,
Betul.
jadi kita boleh parenting kata. Parents are very stressful. Young mothers are very stressful. So give you tips. Apa you patut buat? Just have a 1 hour webinar ke something like that kan? Tapi itulah, I think it cost money also because bila you nak buka Zoom ni, tapi yang
kena
kita
bayar.
boleh cakap, kita boleh bercakap. Tapi yang tu part tu kita kena cari sponsor. Part nak buka link tu.
Ya, betul.
So mungkin kita kata kita ada programs lah to encourage for this
industry
networking
and
platform,
society, yes.
to be anchored by the university ataupun top driven lah kan sebagai free
Macam
program.
I put articles for elderly dengan oral health. So I give tips lah macam mana nak itu. Tapi kalau ada video macam ni kita boleh demonstrate lagi terror lah, lagi good lah for the carers. Macam mana kita ajar dia, you know, that would be very nice.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much. Any more inputs from ahli-ahli yang lain? Sesi santai-santai saja ni, jangan segan, jangan malu. Puan Syariza, can we look at the notes that you have yang bawah, kat sebelah bawah, bahagian bidang tumpuan yang sebelah bawah iaitu mobiliti dan kerjasama. Yes, mobiliti dan kerjasama lagi satu aspek tumpuan yang kita perlu bincangkan di sini. Contohnya saya di UiTM bekerjasama dengan pensyarah-pensyarah di UMT, di UM, keterlibatan lah, bukan saja di dalam negara, juga di luar negara. So we have to be visible lah, dilihat capable of in the field, baru kita visible. Maksudnya kita dah publish paper yang bagus, we have results, shown kita punya kerja lah kan, baru kita boleh dinampakkan visible. So untuk mendapatkan mobiliti tersebut, apa yang perlu kita lakukan oleh para wanita-wanita dalam universiti, Prof?
Saya jawab ya, kalau bukan wanita je lah, maknanya semua orang ya, at least dalam universiti tu you must be kata subscribing to all the kata global network platform ya, sama ada dia ada ResearchGate ya, dia ada LinkedIn ya, dia ada apa all other platform. Jadi from there saya percaya kalau you nak subscribe to any of those, memang you yang berada
Google
dalam
Scholar, macam tu lah, Google Scholar.
Ya, betul. So jadi saya rasa once you publish dah boleh macam tu, but from even to start with, we can like sharing tadi kan, even through FB ke through Twitter ke, you know, and then you dah boleh mula network ya. Another thing is also important for us, how we going the process or the journey for leadership is actually you must have a network of you know who lah, maknanya to the greater level. Like I said, sometimes you be introduced by someone. Ya, jadi kalau you tak tahu siapa yang luar daripada kelompok you punya circle within your batch, your cohort ke, I think that's difficult. So that's reason why when we have mentor, ya, mentor tu akan introduce kita ke yang lain. So I think that is a mechanism lah. Mechanism for you to have to go beyond your normal linkages. So in order for human leaders to grow, you have to be on the lookout for this, and then you must have your profile be known, yeah. Your profile be known in a way on positive side lah, yeah. Sama ada you are active with the with nature ke, you are active with the NGOs ke, you are active with the industry collaboration ke. Jadi people find you are very interesting. People we start to look out for you. Okay, so I think that's the way
personality.
to
Yes.
Ya, personal traits tu kena ada, but it's already being portrayed secara orang kata secara virtually lah kalau kita tak boleh meet. Kan? So I think from there pun sekarang ni kita boleh buat video call dan sebagainya. So it doesn't matter. Later on that you COVID is not a barrier lah kalau kita boleh still berjalan, except once kita dah boleh travel, then that's it lah. Maknanya dah ada dah orang kata base untuk working together, we come closer in fact, yeah. So to plan for the knowledge transfer dan sebagainya lah sebagai akademia.
I also feel that just now this morning the two issues that was raised which I think needs is of concern. One is about apa ni, kita orang perempuan suka kerja orang perempuan je, ya. So I think people, yeah, you should not do that. I've been in many situations. I'm the only woman, you know, with all the whole bunch of men. And have been the president of the international organization, also being the only woman. Tapi it takes a long years, you know, to be in the end ada the trust to put me there as the president. Memanglah kita kena sabar, tapi kita kena berdikari dan juga kita kena berusaha.
Dekat situ Prof, yang tadi kita perlu sabar tadi tu, apa cabaran yang Prof hadapi yang kita perlu sabar tu? What do you mean by that?
Kita perlu sabar sebab macam I was with the whole bunch of these Asian gentlemen, ya, and dia punya perception lebih teruk daripada kita punya orang lelaki. Ya, jadi dia punya discrimination towards a woman tu, tapi dia appoint saya as one of the board of executive members, so 1996. But I only finally got to be appointed as the president in 2008. So I make sure I'm always involved. I make sure I'm always there. I speak up, you know, but I'm known to be very vocal actually. But you have to come forward. It's your trait. Macam mana Prof tadi kata, it's your trait. You must build your profile. You tak boleh lah malu-malu all the time. Tapi dekat sini pun, I tengok macam tu. Kalau perempuan semua kerja dengan perempuan, why are you having that? Of course kita jarak ada. Tapi doesn't mean you jarak komunikasi tu terhad. Jarak fizikal ni.
Batasan.
And I tell you, the men are not kind to us. Okay?
Yes. I have experience.
The men are not kind to us. I'm speaking this even when my husband here is hearing me. Yes. No. But I think you need to move you kena pandai lah mengatur diri lah. That's basically it. That's number one that I was concerned. The other one tu I dah terlupa dah. Tapi I noted dua tadi.
Tadi kalau kita boleh rujuk kepada pembentangan Datuk Nur Zaini, dia mengatakan yang perempuan ni kurang cita-cita menjadi pemimpin. Sistem New Liberal University yang persaingan yang sangat kompetitif. Kadang-kadang orang perempuan tu juga, contohnya kita punya bos perempuan, dia downgrade dia punya colleague yang perempuan juga. So kan, dia macam PhD dia, perasaan hasrat dengki dia agak tinggi. We don't know why, we don't understand.
Dia kena seorang je kat situ.
Dia nak dia seorang je yang jadi dekat limelight tu, dia tak nak orang lain. So cara leadership jugalah. So the leadership of the woman ni kadang-kadang yang Prof Rahman kata kita emosi, terlalu cepat sangat sentap. Benda-benda tu yang kita rasa lelaki is better to lead as compared to women. Prof Rahimah boleh nak komen mengenai yang penindasan pemimpin wanita terhadap yang dipimpinnya wanita?
Yes, that's why I think most of the leaders that I see here, they are top down, and I'm not one of those. I don't like top down because I tak akan ikut order if it's not to my liking.
That's not my side as well.
I learn, and I've always practiced lateral leadership, delegation. You put
empowerment, empower, yes.
I mean, orang yang akan ambil kerja tu yang you tugaskan, dia terasa dia sense of belonging is there.
Yes. Dia percayai, dia beri keyakinan. Kalau kita nak buat sikit asyik salah je, kita pun rasa takut. So yang tadi tak berani tu.
Dia tak takut dengan you, tapi kita share, bincang. Kita terus
betul.
ajar dia. That's the way I have always practiced that kind of leadership all my life. So yeah, so I think that should be the way. And we are women, you know, and we are very good at that. We have all the qualities to do lateral leadership.
Listening, empathy. We are
Yes.
women memang lah kan.
So,
Yeah, compassionate.
yeah, very passionate. And then kalau kita ajar pun, you buat macam ni. Cuba you buat macam ni. Dengan men pun I buat macam tu juga.
Yeah,
Doesn't
yeah.
matter to me. Yeah. So
Satu-
and they don't feel threatened. The men don't feel threatened. If there's any man there, you can hear. The men don't feel threatened when the woman is not the top-down leadership.
Betul.
Ya. Satu lagi anak sentuh boleh tambah tak apa
Boleh,
Prof.
boleh,
Rahimah
boleh.
saya sebut tadi, when she talks about apa tu, when you're amongst men kan, at the end of the day kalau men, woman to woman dia punya subordinates, but at the same time if you have men or even you among the same level katakan, you must have your alliances. Even dalam board, even dalam board, dalam corporate sector pun nowadays, because some of them also believe in the orang kata the performance of the women. Jadi dengan itu we need to identify this. This group of people, and then they become the mentor, and dia jadi champion juga, the women champion for the men champion for the women. So kita kena ada juga tu, selain daripada kita kena ada women support the women. So I think from that point
Women
of view,
support
we need
women,
to
yes.
have women support
Puan
women.
Syah,
At the
tolong
same
sahib.
time, we must identify men that support the women.
Yes.
Because they believe in diversity, believe in the orang kata capabilities, competencies of the women. So itulah saya rasa that is the component yang kalau dalam lead women ni kita bincang macam tu, which we have several group of men that dia fight for the cause of the diversity, fight for the cause of the women, because they see the merit of it. By having to have these women dalam orang kata the composition of the decision making dan sebagainya.
Sebab kita ada strength masing-masing, so we complement each other
Exactly.
sebenarnya. Yes.
Right.
Betul, setuju.
Tapi women of substance lah.
Aduh.
Kalau dari pengalaman Prof dengan Datuk, kenapa tak ramai wanita ni jadi VC?
Jadi VC bukan kita tak ada caliber ataupun kita tak qualified. We are just not given the chance.
Okay.
Yeah, we are not given the era. We hardly break the ceiling. Yang paling tinggi kita jadi HOD lah, HOD. I was lucky that I was appointed the dean, and that's as far as I go. In the campus, I was one of the directors of the electives, university elective programs. Itu je lah sampai situ. TNC pun
tak sampai TNC, PNC, penolong Naik Chancellor, timbalan Naik Chancellor.
ada, susah. My time memang tak ada chance lah. You pandai macam mana.
Kat UM pun susah.
Kita tengok orang yang naik kadang-kadang,
Kita rasa kita bagus lah. Kita lebih bagus tapi dia yang dapat kan, macam tu lah.
Tapi itu yang kadang-kadang kita lose respect.
So what happened there? Apa yang berlaku di situ? Kenapa kita sampai HOD? Kenapa kita tak ada divisi? So apa berlaku di situ? Politik atau structural atau cultural?
It's structural, it's cultural, it's a policy.
It's a policy jugalah. Kalau policy higher education, higher education, dia boleh bagi kuota. Kan? They can get quota. Kan? I was the VC kan. Jadi maknanya I was the first VC dekat East Coast. Apatah lagi dekat East Coast. They said the women are behind the pen. So maknanya why are you there? Tu yang kata you tak pension lagi ke? Bila nak pension? I kata I dah pension tapi I'm still working. I was asked to do this job. So itulah saya rasa opportunity when given kita akan ambil. Tapi to get there you must have that reputation. You must have that due recognition. And then appointment is by the minister. Appointment is by the minister. So jadi dengan itu pun I have to say that I have a lot of orang kata challenges lah to retain, but adalah isu what happened with so but at the same time when we perform, when the board see that you can do the job,
you transform, you change, you bring forward.
Yes, because you bring
institution.
value. You bring value to the organization. The leadership that bawa to transform the organization to the next level. You can do the same with the men. So itulah, you break the glass ceiling, but you continue to sustain and then to create that, orang kata, stories of there should be other women VCs in
Yes.
future. So maknanya dia kena ada that, orang kata, training, orang kata grooming for the succession planning for the women VCs.
Tapi tu IPTA tapi IPTA lebih mudah lah. IPTA dia tak nampak macam tu. There's very little politik. Kalau you betul-betul you come forward, you apply for it and you have qualified, they will take you on that platform.
Yeah, because corporate sector look at the diversity of it. Dia kata women, when the women leaders, they tend to manage even crisis, manage change, manage many things. Macam kita kat rumah lah, we manage many things, but we can do better in fact. So the diversity, by having to have the opportunity for the women to be in the top, then I think by the government it has to be on the policy side as well. To put aside on quota.
In the document, Puan Shah, the policy, Puan Syariza. Saya rasa Puan telah mengambil nota tersebut. Very good. Semangat kita dengar. So apakah you put that macam wawasan if you are now VC Datuk Nuraini. So wawasan you untuk melihat academician women academician in Malaysia dalam 5 tahun akan datang, bagaimana you punya desire for women academician Malaysian women in Malaysia?
Yeah, if we can see the corporate sectors are looking at least 30% kan, even dalam political, cabinet dan sebagainya. What if the higher education? We have presented, Prof. Datuk Nozaini presented already in terms of the pool of the women academics. Yeah, can go to the next level in terms of grooming into leadership for VCs. So I suppose that one we must set target lah. So the government has to look into this opportunity of the talents not wasted, once they are educated, but they can manage the top administration, they can lead the universities, they must have been given the equal opportunity. So I suppose that has to be embedded in the policy that we must have the quota.
Equality, yes.
Yes, exactly, because that is bawah SDG, diversity for the gender. So again, at one time, I masa tu 4 VCs kan, Prof. Asma, Prof. Datuk Seri Zaleha, Prof. Aini, Datuk Seri Aini dan saya. So masa tu, that is the time kira dah, Malaysia dah achieve already the quota.
Belum.
Tapi now, because I spoke to the minister, I spoke to the minister, tinggal Prof. Raha. So if I were to go and then the calon-calon yang lain, of course lah, I asked from kita through succession planning from my university juga. Some of them know, I nak pension, I tak nak dah, dia kata. Prof. Raimah, dia tak nak dah, dia kata. Because I know she's capable. But dia tak, mungkin berani itulah. Mungkin people have choice kan. So, but if we train daripada awal, we train from young that there are women that can actually assist the higher education in the future, we must start grooming and give the special skill set training and have them to be networked with the appropriate leadership, because dia dalam as a VC you kena tengok semua. You kena tengok semua HR, finance, you have to all the sustainability, you tengok students dan sebagainya, you have to attend to day, you have to manage your time schedule, melompat-lompat, you have to do speeches and you have to do many other things. So maknanya it's a job, but I did enjoy. I enjoy.
You go through like from start you jadi dean and then you jadi HOD mungkin, then you dean, you jadi TNC.
Exactly. That's how it should be the way. It should be the way. Yep.
On job training lah kiranya.
Jangan sampai dah nak pencen baru nak lantik. Kalau sampai dah pencen nak lantik tu, Allah, macam batuk di tangga lah. To me.
Iyalah.
Maksudnya kalau kita macam tu, maksudnya kita tak plan awal. So dari sekarang ni 2021 kita dah kena set target. Macam Dato' kata sekarang 30%. So mungkin dalam 5 tahun kita naikkanlah 49%. Kan? Yes. Yes.
Nak talent pool dah, the middle one tu dia kena dah ada group untuk yang kata midway, mid career punya tu dia dah ada dah.
50-an tu dah tengok dah ada mana potential. Ini dah hujung baru nak appoint orang tu dah nak pencen tahun 2, you know, dah tak ada
Betul.
So maksudnya masa zaman Prof tak adalah you punya macam you don't have the system mentoring or you yourself yang you search untuk untuk cari mentor atau you dari UKM ke memang UMT? You're from UKM or?
UM.
So you're from UM. So do UM have that kind of training for mid career punya?
To be honest with you, no. When I first joined in, I wasn't from here. I was from overseas. So when I first joined in, there was no mentor. Orang tak kenal, saya pun tak kenal orang ya.
Betul, silos lah. Kita work in silos
We
lah.
work ourselves, tapi kita mentor yang lain lah when we go up slowly. Pasal kita susah nak naik, jadi kita start mentoring orang. Tapi the reality is we don't go as any higher than being ketua jabatan. Itu je lah. Jadi saya ketua jabatan bertahun-tahun sampai nak muak. You know, that kind of thing. Sampai one day there was a position and then somebody mentioned to the higher up and said if she can manage her 7 children by herself, why not she manage the faculty. Itulah baru kesempatan dapat jadi dekan. Tahun itu ya, tu pun dah nak dekat pencen, 4 tahun sebelum saya pencen. Ya, so that's what I meant. So kalau I jadi dekan 4 tahun dah nak pencen, wajib, apa kesempatan yang akan dapat untuk jadi TNC ke, untuk PC jauh lagi lah. Betul
Satu
tak?
lagi isu Prof, because kata kalau mid career and then some of them actually gearing up for dia punya associate professor, kenaikan pangkat and then professor. So they don't want the administration post. I find that is the excuses that I have from those people yang kita mentor lah. Because they want to work on dia punya tu, they want admin post, nak kena tengok welfare of the people, orang lain punya dia punya keperluan, you know, but at the same time dia nak tengok dia punya dulu. So what we did at UNT, kita buat rotation lah. Some people once dah ada habis one term dia dah buat, okay kita bagi dia relief, okay you go back to the faculty, kita bagi orang lain pula kat sini, but because you already in the lookout for the talent pool yang kita akan naik balik semula. So I had the chance, I took back again orang yang dah pergi, dia dah fulfill apa yang dia nak buat, paper dia nak buat, dia dah dapat prosema dia, and then go professor. After professor you go the next level, nak grade B, okay lepas tu you naik. Kita bagi that sort of flexibility so that they have the chance to get the best of dia punya itulah capabilities for the university.
This is in UMT punya.
Yes, saya buat di UMT.
Bagus. Puan Syariza, tolong ambilkan nota di situ. Kita boleh ikut model UMT dalam succession planning.
Kita ada unit khas untuk bakat. So bakat both untuk akademik dan have started also untuk bakat untuk non-akademik. So from there kita ada juga yang baru ni based on competency based. Kita lihat position yang mana kita buat. So kita groom to the training sets that we should be providing them. Termasuk integrity, you know. So we have all these elements to embedded dalam program. But at the same time kita ada juga program in leadership tu, kita kata ada I-lead or you know sometimes different leadership or different discipline. Ya, kalau technical macam ni, kalau untuk higher position kita ada different programs. So kita ada profile so that you have the talent pools for the appointments when is needed. Tapi at the end of the day itulah nak cakap dengan you, bila ada appointment yang orang lain pula jadi dapat.
Yang tu tak boleh nak buat apa. Itu dari apa tu? Wahyu dari atas.
I think betul lah apa yang Datuk cakap tu. But also I think you have to start membentuk pelapis daripada muda. Jangan sampai try them out at different level. Walaupun dia muda, try them out. Mungkin coordinator ke, and then next level ketua ke. So you develop your pelapis in that way, you know.
Early.
Jadi terkali.
Yes, betul. Setuju sangat. Bagus. Saya sangat teruja dengan kita punya minda pun dah macam wow. Ada daripada ahli-ahli yang lain ingin beri input yang saudari-saudari rasa macam ada lagi yang I must learn from these two profs. Please ask them if you want any inputs. Dr. Norina. Jadi Puan Mazni dari Kementerian Perpaduan Negara. Puan Mazni.
Oh ya, saya.
Adakah Puan Mazni merasakan kita perlu tambah pemimpin-pemimpin wanita di Kementerian Pengajian Tinggi?
Saya rasa macam kecil sangat sebab yang lain-lain ni semua prof-prof semua.
Tak ada, sama je. Kita wanita.
Saya di Kementerian Perpaduan memang kami punya KSU pun wanita, menteri pun wanita. Jadi saya tengok dalam kementerian-kementerian pun sekarang banyak dipimpin oleh wanita-wanita jugalah. Kalau sekarang compare tu dulu sepanjang 15 tahun dah saya dalam servis. So saya rasa baguslah. Perlu ada penambahan tapi cuma wanita ni kadang-kadang lah memang betul lah, memang dipengaruhi oleh emosi lah bila ke atas tu. Kadang-kadang kita sometimes keputusan-keputusan yang dibuat tu lebih kepada emosi lah saya boleh cakap kan. Cuma tak semua wanita begitu. Ada yang betul-betul boleh memimpin dengan baik. Tapi saya sokonglah untuk di pengajian tinggi perlu ada lebih banyak lagi pemimpin di kalangan wanita.
Ya, betul. Kita lihat sebab Kementerian Pengajian Tinggi dia punya masyarakatnya lebih, populasinya adalah lebih pada wanita, dan kita punya keupayaan dan kredibiliti dalam membuat research, teaching dan sebagainya adalah sama rata dengan lelaki. Tapi persoalannya mengapa pucuk kepimpinan itu wanitanya adalah sangat sedikit. Itu isunya dan kita telah bincangkan tindakan-tindakan yang dicadangkan sebentar tadi. Ada succession plan, kita train dan kita dah identify mereka yang ada ciri-ciri kepimpinan tu diketengahkan dan diberi sokongan untuk ke atas lah. Dan jangan macam lama sangat kan. Dalam lebih kurang dalam 45 ke atas atau 50 ke atas. So saya rasa kita telah banyak membincangkan dan telah merangkup membincangkan ke semua yang telah ditetapkan oleh pihak sekretariat. Kita ada lagi dalam 15 minit atau jika tidak ada lagi sebarang isu-isu lain, kita boleh bersurai untuk tengah hari ini. So saya jemput sekiranya ada isu-isu lain yang pihak puan-puan ingin kongsi untuk kita bincang.
Macam tadi kan latihan kan Dr. Zai. Kalau ACAP is a body actually that has been doing it for the succession planning for the universities for different positions kan. So I think you can have one specific program untuk gender,
women.
untuk women, from ACAP.
One section specific for women.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Because dia ada different issues kan, like we discuss just now kan, the cultural barrier.
Bahu wanita tu dengan anaknya, dengan kadang-kadang dia jaga mak ayah yang tak sihat dah sekarang. So itulah, wanita ni kadang-kadang dia tangan dia banyak. dia nak handle dengan kerja lagi. So itulah kita faham. So satu unit section khas untuk wanita tu Puan Syah boleh ambil nota di situ supaya kita boleh bawa ke atas. Terima kasih Prof.
Okay. Thank you.
Dah tak ada modal kot.
The Prof, saya nak tanya macam mana should kalau kita ada office politics ni Puan Rahimah, should we avoid it or we have to play with it?
We have to be very wise. I think we just cannot tolak politik. I'm not politically inclined. Yeah, so I was, well, it was hinted to me lah, I should be politically inclined. Well, I'm not. I'm a scholar first.
Yes.
So, but it doesn't mean that I don't know the arena of the politik. Kita kena ambil tahu, jangan langsung tak ambil tahu.
So nanti kita kena tiba-tiba kena macam kena pindahkan ke lah apa lah kan. So yes.
Kita kena ambil tahu dan kita kena gunakan budi bicara kita untuk menangani isu-isu politik yang diketengahkan kalau kita dalam keadaan yang ditanya.
Kita kena beri wise juga lah. Contoh kebijaksanaan yang boleh Prof kongsi.
Kata dia minta kita pergi ke tempat ini untuk ini untuk apa bekerja ni. Kalau kita rasa tak wajar, kita beritahu lah apa dan kita minta dengan dia, okay, you want me to go here, this is what I also need for this to fulfill the job function. Yang penting kat sini kita tengok the objective and the goal. It's not about us, you know. It's not about you woman ke man, doesn't matter to me. Tapi kalau you are given a task, look at the goal, outcome, apa yang diharapkan. Mampu tak you buat? Kalau you rasa you nak cuba, you berani, you mesti give your feedback. Jangan diam aja, yelah Datuk saya ikut. Ikut je pergi kat situ, you'll never perform. You know? So you must play the game of negotiation. Trading off. Not trading your integrity, but trading your capability of functioning, performing, and getting the goal as is expected of you. I mean, I'm quite strict with myself, so yeah, suppose. So I always look at the goal. I don't care about other things. If I'm given a task, I tak kisah perempuan ke lelaki ke, doesn't matter to me.
You objective lah.
Yes, I'm very objective. I'm very objective, but I'm also a very disciplined person, yeah. So, jadi you kena have that lah, determination, discipline, objectivity, and also very subtlety. These are characteristics that I think we all need to have lah. As a woman.
Masa contohnya kisah-kisah benar yang kita boleh kongsi dalam mesyuarat yang ada pertengkaran ataupun persilihan pendapat, bagaimana pemimpin wanita itu bertindak secara bijaksana dan tidak mengikut emosi. Berdasarkan fakta atau data, atau saya rasa kita perlukan data-data untuk buat putusan. Contoh.
Memang tepat sekali lah.
Atau we rely on teams.
Memang tepat sekali lah. Kalau kes ni saya pun dapat maklum balas dari segi di corporate sector. That is one of the challenges dia kata when they appoint the women on board kan. They sometimes the character tu mind blowing lah. Kiranya macam berlebih, but sometimes dia boleh become orang kata detrimental lah tu dia punya juga, you know, because the most important is you have your preparedness, maknanya you must be tactical in a way to voice your opinion in a way that with facts and figures in terms of suggestions and recommendation, not just for the sake of fighting, you know, because you never win.
Betul, ya, setuju.
Betul.
Kena cara dia. Tapi kadang-kadang ada juga, because I've been told by one of the mentors, yang dia kata ada juga, but because of you are the women, they listen to you, but your whatever your argument or judgment tu must be sound. Jadi kita telah kata you must be a woman of substance. Maknanya kita kena be prepared. Kena be prepared with all the data and information in order to make the argument orang kata orang boleh acceptable.
Bijaksana lah, ada kebijaksanaan, yes.
Dalam grup peers tu kita kena ada alliance kita. Orang kata betul yang tu, dia setuju dengan kita. So that is important juga, your alliances. Your alliances tu.
Yeah, actually kalau I saw one video, not video lah, just one photo one time I tengok orang pergi meeting orang lelaki semua tak bawa apa, bawa diri dia je.
Betul, dia bawa kita dengan file-file semua.
Aduh,
Itu typical.
that was a real joke lah, tergeli hati betul. But I think
Kadang-kadang kalau kita handle projek pun, contohnya saya, kalau saya ada satu projek yang saya lead, saya siap saya punya what do you call it, plan dengan jadual, begitu teliti. Tapi kalau orang lelaki dia arah je. So kadang kita belajar jugalah dari yang lelaki ni macam mana dia punya style kan berbeza.
Tapi basically I think there was one colleague of mine, higher level colleague of mine was telling me one day, one of the time lah, many years ago, dia kata ni isu orang lelaki dia akan support each other. Orang perempuan ni kan dia susah nak support each other. Dia naik sendiri je.
Betul tu. That's why kita kata
Betul
kalau
tu, Prof.
women bila kita ada group kita, bila kita ada mentor-mentee circle tu, dia tend to have to know better, dia jadi orang kata berpakat lebih lah rather than you rise by yourself saja
Kita kena
kan.
ada, yes, kita kena ada alliance. Saya setuju. Okay, very good, sangat bagus. Yang kita boleh simpulkan sekiranya tidak ada lagi untuk flourish in the environment of academic leaders, kita perlu be trained in skills like Prof kita dah berikan input sebentar tadi, tapi saya nak tambah skill-skill yang terkini yang menghadapi pandemik dan situasi yang penuh dengan disruption. Sikit-sikit berubah. So kita kena lebih fleksibel, kita resilient, kita kena ada yang substance tadi tu Prof
Manage change.
Yes, manage change. Jangan bertenang, ambil masa untuk faham, belajar ilmu baru, macam nak belajar literasi dalam komputer dan digital dan sebagainya. So tapi kita kena cepat, agile in this very fast moving world, I think. Kejap-kejap contoh PKP, lepas tu PPKPD, lepas tu PPKP fasa 2. Dia sangat berubah. So kita kena cepat dan dengan masa yang sama bertenang, ada dapat sokongan dari kawan-kawan dan keluarga, don't be like sorang-sorang. Macam sekarang hari ini kita bersama-sama dengan rakan-rakan dan juga mentor-mentor yang sangat memberi nasihat yang bernas untuk kita sama-sama jadikan panduan dalam kerjaya kita masing-masing. Terima kasih banyak-banyak Prof Rahimah dan juga Datuk Prof Dr. Nur Aini atas perkongsian yang sangat berharga pada hari ini. Terima kasih banyak-banyak. Semoga Prof berdua dilimpahi rahmat daripada Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, dan kepada semua peserta, terima kasih dan kita akan berjumpa sekali lagi petang ini pada pukul 3 insyaAllah. So kita tamatkan sesi ini dan kita tangguh pada pukul 3 petang nanti. Terima kasih banyak-banyak. Jumpa lagi.
Pukul 3 tu plenary lah ke?
I think
pukul 2 plenary.
Pukul 2 plenary. Pukul 3 kita discuss yang apa yang panel tu discuss.
Okay. Sebab I have another program at 4. Sempat lagi. Okay. Boleh.
Terima kasih semua. We meet time nanti insyaAllah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih semua. Terima kasih Dr. Zai.
Terima kasih. Puan Syah.
Dr. Zai. Tak saya buka video.
Kita tak boleh record
Tak boleh
we cannot record the session.
I think the secretariat ada record kot. Cuma sekarang nak kena rearrange the note taking ni sebab dia buat banyak column. So but the discussion didn't follow the column. So I was like here and there and then like ini suitable for ni ke, ini suitable for this column ke. So I a bit don't know how to place it lah. Because you nampak kan the column?
No, I nampak yang atas je sebab tak nampak yang bawah. So tadi I panggil you tu. Sekarang dia boleh bergerak.
So masa I was like typing, it will be that page lah. You cannot accept, you cannot lah because I lah yang the main person yang ni kan. So how we
Tapi
going to do
kalau
it?
kita dah boleh record, so maybe dengan recording tu nanti you buat catatan lagi senang kerja you. Kan? Betul
Okay,
tak?
tapi I think that what they talking about dah semua dah dapat, cuma nak
Yes.
nak
susun balik je lah.
rearrange, nak susun balik and then to follow the sequence lah.
Yes.
Maybe I work on the
my way of the discussion is I follow juga template tu yang Sekretariat bagi. So yang kan sebelah on the left column tu bidang tumpuan tu. So mula-mula I pergi kepimpinan, lepas tu
that one's
yes,
follow.
I go like that. Yes. So are you okay with that? Or
Tak
you
apa,
nak buat cara lain?
Tak apa, kita ikut the template, cuma I punya catatan tu is like is here and there. So let me rework on it. Nanti I bagi kat doktor lah. Once I work
Saya
on
bagi dekat ni kot, bagi kat Dr. TN kan?
Oh, dia kena buat rumusan lah last sekali.
Yes.
I think
Okay.
almost like 80-90% is already here lah. So
Okay,
let
thank
me
you.
rearrange it. Kalau I nak more, because I yang writing, kalau you nak tengok nanti you tak mahu.
Betul, saya okay. Terima kasih Syah.
Okay, bye.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank
See you
you.
this afternoon. Bye.
Okay, bye. Wassalam.